Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Racha Kodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles, to the elders, the great millstone. Peace, love, honors, and salutation to the hopeful elect that are out there doing the work in truth and in sincerity. I'm not gonna make this too long, but I was reading the book of Baruch. And Spirit I was looking for a lesson to do, man. I'm sitting here like, damn, what's going on? And the Spirit just told me, hey, man, this is a good topic to go into. So this is the book of Baruch, chapter 2, verse 27. It says, O Lord, our power, thou hast dealt with us after thy goodness, and according to all that great mercy of thine. And this is kind of what Jeremiah prayed for. Jeremiah prayed that the Lord would deal with us after his loving kindness and not after his wrath. It says, as thou spakest to thy servant Moses in the day when thou didst command him to write the law before the sons of Israel, saying, if ye will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations where I will scatter them, right? And it's almost like that because, really, back then, it wasn't really supposed to be any northern and southern kingdom or southern and northern kingdom. It was just supposed to be one nation, 12 tribes of one nation, same blood, brothers, no matter what, but through the curses, the Lord scattered us, man. And when we were scattered, especially here in Babylon, if you fast forward to modern day, Jake don't know who they are. You go into the prison system, you got the Puerto Ricans fighting against the Mexicans fighting against the so-called blacks fighting against, Jake just, going at each other, man. So the Lord, he separated us when he scattered us, man. Made sure that there was a great gulf, another great gulf, that we wouldn't be able to come together, for a period of time. But where was I? Excuse me, Salakia. There is a time, when Jake will come back together. Matter of fact, I Lord, I'll get that later. It says, for I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. And are we not in one of the many lands of our captivity? And are we not remembering ourselves? Because you got camps all over the world right now, and they're still in captivity, because they're Israelites. And right now, the Israelites are in captivity. So the scriptures say, it says, for I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people in the land. And it all goes back to what the scriptures say, that the creature was made subject unto vanity. This flesh was designed to self-destruct, man. This flesh was designed to corrode, to rot away. This flesh was not designed to be preserved, or to be righteous. That's one thing we want to shed. We're going to shed when we go into the kingdom, is this flesh, that's subjected to sin. So that, when the Lord said, for I knew they would not hear me, because it is stiff-necked people, that's how he made Israel. This is a learning story, man. It says, and shall know that I am the Lord their God, for I will give them a heart and an ear to ear, Slakia. But in the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves. Slakia, I forgot to break this part down. This is Jake. Now this is going back into Ezekiel 37 now. You know, when Jake, gets the truth back. That's why the scriptures speak about the sinews coming together, back on the bone. That's talking about us coming back to, the remembrance of who we are. And it all started with the high priest Abba Bivens. I believe it was in the 60s, if I'm not mistaken, that the angel came to him and showed him that these are your people. Or maybe it was earlier. Excuse me, I forget the. So it's verse 31. It says, so now we're remembering ourselves. We remember who we are. We're calling each other Akim. We're calling each other Judah, Benjamin, Levi. By our respective tribes. It says, and this is prophecy right here, man. This is prophecy happening. It says, and shall know that I am the Lord their God, for I will give them in heart and ears to hear. Right? Everybody has ears and a heart. But the Lord is speaking about, that I am the Lord. Come on. The Lord is speaking about understanding. The Lord is speaking about understanding, that he's going to put an understanding heart back into Israel. And what you can see by the camps that are all over the place right now, man. Not only great millstone camps, but you have your IUIC, ISUBKs, Sakaris. You have all those camps, which is a sign that Jake is waking up, even though those camps are going off. And those camps know they're going off, man. But nonetheless, they're still telling our people that they're Israelites, which is at least one good thing that they're doing. It says, verse 33, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds. Right. That's why our brothers put away certain things that they used to do that we don't do no more. Brothers used to eat certain unclean things. We don't do that no more. Brothers are honoring the Sabbath now. Brothers honoring the high holy days, keeping the Passover. We don't do a lot of things that we used to do because what? We're cleansed from this, man. And the Lord woke us up to who we really are. And when you find out who you really are, one of the main things you go to is what? The law. Because you want to know how to please your power, to please your God. And not, go back into fucking captivity again, because it seems to be a theme with Israel, man. Captivity after captivity after captivity. But the Lord is going to change all of that. It says, verse 33, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember. And I will bring them. Hey, come on, man. For they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord. Right. The things that are written before are written for our learning. It says, verse 34, and I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it, and I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. Right now, this is going into the kingdom. The Lord said he's going to bring us back into that land that he promised. That's why the scriptures say right now, what? A bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. Ashdod is in Israel. So the bastard is dwelling there. Who are these Edomites, man? Calling themselves Jews. It says, and I will make an everlasting covenant. This is the second covenant with them, to be their God, and they shall be my people, and I will have more, and I will no more drive my people out of Israel, my people of Israel, out of the land that I have given them. So there's a change coming, man. Those people in the land, they're gonna have to be taken out. And this is like I said, this is a future prophecy, man. The Lord says he's no more gonna drive us out of Israel. Because when you go into Second Ezra, right? Second Ezra, chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, I have brought this people out of bondage, and given them, and I have gave them my commandments, and my it's like by my men servants, the prophets, whom they would not hear, but despise my counsel," which is the same thing Baruch was talking about. So Jake always been going off, man. It says, "The mother that bare them saith unto them, Go your way, ye children, for I am a widow and forsaken." Right? And the mother that bare them is talking about the land of Israel. It says, "I brought you up with gladness, but with sorrow and heaviness have I lost you." 70 AD. This was the time of Adam. She brought us up with gladness. In 70 AD, when Jerusalem was sacked, it said by Titus and Vespasian. You could find that out actually on there's a show called We Who Are About to Die. It's a really good show, man. It goes into that actually. It says, "The mother that bare them saith unto them, Go your way, ye children, for I am a widow and forsaken. I brought you up with gladness, but with sorrow and heaviness have I lost you. For ye have sinned before the Lord your God, and have done that thing that is evil before him." But, right, and that thing that is evil before him, all the sins that Israel was doing, man. Israel was worshiping other gods, committing all sorts of murders, adultery. Israel still is wicked, man. Look around you today, man. Look at Jake. Look at the condition of Israel today, man. And you mean to tell me those aren't the people of the Lord? The most talented, the strongest, and the most fucking wicked are Israelites, man, on earth. "But what shall I do now unto you? But what shall I now do unto you? I am a widow and forsaken. Go your way, my children, and ask mercy of the Lord. For as for me, O Father, I call upon thee for a witness over the mother of these children, which would not keep my covenant." It says that thou bring them into confusion and their mother to a spoil, that there may be no offspring of them. Let them be scattered abroad among the heathen. Let their names be put out of the earth, for they have despised my covenant. And listen to me, I'll tell you this, man. Ever since I was a little child, I've been in the churches, and I've never heard, the name Israel. Let me say this right. I've never heard the name Israelite. I've never knew I was an Israelite. I've never known, that I was an Israelite. And many brothers, we never knew that we were Israelites. So the name of Israel had been put out of earth. Psalms, the 83rd chapter. These heathens came together, man, that we will never find this truth out, man. That's why they created the slave Bible. Jake got to do a diligent search to find out, to read to understand certain of these scriptures, man. Excuse me, I'm a little excited. Jake got to go here and there, man. It says that thou bring them to confusion, and we were brought to confusion, and our mother did become a spoil. Look at the land of Israel now. It's a war zone. Two heathen nations fighting over our land. The land looked like a goddamn desert, man. All sorts of wickedness. That's a spiritual land. And if the right people are not in that land, then that land is not going to produce like it's supposed to. It says, let them be scattered among the heathen. Aren't we scattered among the heathen? Let their name be put out of the earth, for they have despised my covenant. There you go. And it's the same thing Baruch was saying. It's the same exact thing Baruch was saying, man. So this is what we got to do. We got to pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Ask for forgiveness, as the scriptures say. But we know through the signs of the scriptures that, it's almost over, man. You know, the final prophecies are playing out. World War III is basically knocking on the door. So we give all praises, we give all honor, and we give all glory to the name of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Racha HaKodash, the great King, man. And we're not afraid to call upon that name, and we're not ashamed to call upon that name, and we're going to call upon that name. We don't care what these other IUIC guys saying, man. Those guys are fucking madmen. Those guys are twisted, man. That money got y'all niggas, twisted. Hey, man, all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yashai. Shalom.